Hello and welcome back to our SOLIDWORKS tutorial series. In this lecture we are going to see how to use Sheet Metal Gusset feature. As you see here that currently Sheet Metal Gusset feature is suppressed. We will first create a rectangle and L-shaped type rectangle feature, and then we will use a Sheet Metal Gusset. Like we practiced a rib feature in the solid modeling, it is exactly the same like in the rib feature used in solid modeling. But a major difference here is it is in sheet metal and it makes the surface outside of the rib disappear. Like, let me show you during the exploration. By clicking on top plane, clicking on sketch, let's just design a rectangle and let me just decide, let's take that the length here is 150 and let's say the height here is with us that is 200. So we have a rectangle like this here. So let's go to sheet metal, click on base flange and let's set the thickness to 1 mm and boom, we have the if we have one flat sheet. Now to use sheet metal gusset, we must have a second part also. So let's just click on edge flange and let's just give the height of, let's say, 150 mm also. So and you see now currently a L-shaped plate has been formed here. So to use sheet metal gusset, I will just click on sheet metal gusset and it is asking for me to select the planes. Let's say first plane is this, second plane is this. Now you see here that we have created a rib here. So since the rib has been created here, we can use multiple things here. Let's say if I increase the indent depth, you see here that the D1, D2, A1 all are suppressed and they are linked to the indent depth. And vice versa, if we change D1, D2 and D3, that is profile dimensions, we get to change the indent depth. So if we uncheck the offset, you see it is currently at the bottom. Half is outside, half is inside. But if we do the offset, we can just make it, let's say it was 150. So let me just do 150 by 2. Oh, sorry, it was 200. So 200 by 2. Now you see it is currently in the middle. So let me just choose profile dimensions. You can see here that D2 means this dimension, D1 means length. So if I increase D1, you see this length has been increasing, and if I reduce this, the height has been decreased. And D2 and A1 is basically linked together. The A1 basically the angle, this angle. If I change the angle, you see here something like this create here. So let me just increase the angle to this and D1 like less. And now here is the major part. Currently you see here in the preview that it is currently a semicircle, but if we click on this, it becomes something like this. So if we do fillet radius, let's keep to it 1 mm like the thickness, and indent width. Indent width means this is currently 1 mm thick, or sorry 5 mm thick. If I increase this, you see it is now 15 mm thick. And indent thickness, if we after the complete procedure, the thickness inside will be, let's say we change this to 5. And face draft we can do inner fillet, let's keep it to 1 mm, outer fillet also 1 mm. So by going to full preview, you see that the thickness I selected was 5. If I change the thickness to 2, you see the thickness of it changes to 2. So by checking, you see something like this has been created. If I go to half view and go into flip, yes, you see now this thickness is 1 mm, this thickness is 2 mm like we just did here. But if I change this to again, let's say round, and now if I check, you see now it is currently round. And there are other features which we can use, like we can angle. Okay, we can increase the fillet. it is too much fillet that it is not possible now. So you see here, that's how the sheet metal gusset feature work. But in the solid modeling, the rib created, it becomes created here as a solid part that the hollow part inside does not create. But in the sheet metal gusset, the sheet becomes a rib. So thank you so much for watching this video and follow for more.